Okay, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Well, hi, everyone. We'll begin officially now with this Virgo solar fire meditation, energy specific meditation. And we have signed in with us so far 27 attendees. And I know there are some who are trying to sign in. And I wish them luck as they attempt. So what I'd like to do is to welcome you all, and I'll just say your names so we get a sense of who's with us, a mixture of students and faculty. Yes, more are coming in. That's good. So I will welcome Birgitta from Denmark and Carol Warburton from Australia and Celeste from the United States, Dorothy, United States, Dorothy Caldwell and Dorothy Roeder also from the United States. Actually, maybe I should say where you're from. That would be a test of my memory. Celeste, I think, from New York, and Dorothy from California, and Dorothy Roeder from Phoenix or Arizona. Dwayne Carpenter, welcome, from Florida. Elena Dramcini, Slovakia. Gail Dimitrov, San Diego area. Jeff Logie in New Zealand. Helena and Sheldon Hughes in California. Joanne Waltz in Minnesota. John Harvey from California. Kay Hannon from Australia. She's in there twice. Let's see. Lona Grunland from Denmark. Lynn Darnell, California. Maria Christina Donahue from Arizona. Maribel Knudsen from Colorado. Mindy Burgee. Excuse me, I just know the United States, Mindy. Pardon me. Nicole Reshaniti from Australia. Orest Tarnowski from New Zealand, Christ College. Peg Rosenkrantz from Michigan, Ann Arbor. Riza D'Angelis, again, Riza, welcome. I just know the country, the U.S. I'll have to sharpen up on that. Robert Spalding from Florida, U.S. Rose Bates, again, the U.S. Vadna Sugerhardt from Mexico. Walter Pullen, I think it's Seattle. William Young, and I presume Glenda Christian Young from U.S. and Baja, Mexico. Let's see if anyone else has signed in. Okay, we have 28 with us right now. Okay, friends. So what I'll do is put up this is the insignia, or the Joffre painting of Virgo, and you see it is very much related to the Deva kingdom. The angelic wings are there. The Christ love being nurtured in the heart is there, being held in this crystal flame. The theme of nature is strong. We have Mercury in the upper left here. The crown is there, indicating the goal, and the theme for us is Christ in you, the hope of glory. I am the mother and the child, I God, I matter, am. The triple aspect of divinity is demonstrated in Virgo. We are all three aspects, and in Virgo, one of the triple signs with Scorpio, we realize this. We have the rulers exoterically Mercury, that keen intelligence in matter, to understand matter so well that the Christ impulse can be generated within it intelligently. The moon, the mother of the forms, giving the possibility of purifying our vehicles, especially under the veiled rulers. Vulcan, which brings out the light content in all of the matters of our vehicles. And also Neptune, which in this particular case is connected with the Christ and with the germination of the Christ energy until it becomes universal love in Aquarius. Finally, Jupiter, as you see, is the hierarchical ruler, giving the fruition of an expansion of the Christ principle and relating it to the absolute ideal, as far as we are concerned, which is the monadic plane, where Jupiter rules and where Virgo rules as well. In the background we hear the eternal Om, but we will turn it off for the moment so that we can concentrate a bit more, and then if all works well, we will turn it on again at the end of the meditation. So we'll just begin all together, and we will sound together this Om on the note C in this case. We begin by withdrawing our consciousness from the personality and its vehicles, step-by-step abstraction, and we enter deeply into the presence of the soul. We feel ourselves to be established as a soul within the field of light, love, and spiritual power. And we merge ourselves as the soul we have discovered ourselves to be into a deep sense of the group soul, including all who are working with us at this time, all who are within the Federation and within the groups directly related to the Federation, who are paralleling in their teaching this curriculum given by the Tibetan, Christ College and the Northern Light Society and other groups. We merge with them. We extend our sense of merging in soul to the new group of world servers everywhere around the world. Uniting in presence, in soul, with all the spiritually minded people of the world, with the men and women of goodwill. We sense this growing union, the reality of this union. And we visualize this group, the group all over the world, the new group of world servers, merging into the one soul of humanity. We realize there is no my soul and thy soul, but only the one soul. The truth of the great second ray mantram, naught is but me. Naught is but me. We imagine a point of tension on the fourth subplane of the mental plane as we imagine that mental unit upon which the mind and personality are built. We imagine this point of tension fed by the will aspect of the soul. According to the ray of the soul, it gathers at the mental unit and it forms a foundation for the antakarana, the will to initiate, first ray, the will to unify, second ray, the will to evolve, third ray, the will to harmonize, fourth ray, the will to act, fifth ray, the will to cause, sixth ray, the will to express, seventh ray, strengthening the mental unit in the stage of tension and intention in the building process. And we imaginatively visualize, each one of us, a dual-colored individual Antakarana or rainbow bridge. It is formed of the colors principally of your soul ray, if you know it, and your personality ray, and if not, use the deep indigo of the second ray principally. And this dual-colored bridge, centered in the mental unit, rises imaginatively towards the monastic permanent atom and beyond toward the Buddhic permanent atom, imagined, fed by the lower energies, fed by the will of the soul, the dual-colored individual rainbow bridge. We imagine this. And for the first ray soul, the red, second ray indigo, third ray green, fourth ray yellow, fifth ray orange, sixth ray silvery rose or light blue, seventh ray violet. We imagine. We feel the substance of these colors, their quality, that they represent two principal energies for us. They rise into the visualized spiritual triad, eventually rising through all the permanent atoms and into the central jewel of the monad. And these individual bridges are merging together as a group Antakarana, colored by all the seven colors, all the seven rays. But we see and we imagine primarily the deep indigo blue uniting all the rainbow bridges. We feel the Antakaranic unity from all over the globe, all of us making our contribution. As if merging within the field of the triad, we deeply feel this connection. And now inwardly and in continued identification with the group soul, extended imaginatively via the Antakarana, we affirm the word of power, I see the greatest light, as we imaginatively see projected a line of vivid, living, blue-white light into the triadal realms, across across the individual and group antakaranas from the established point of individual group tension. I see the greatest light. And in the presence, the imagined presence of this great light of the spiritual triad, we attempt to feel the presence of the Great White Brotherhood, the Lodge of Masters, the spiritual hierarchy of our planet, their presence. We offer our salutations with heartfelt gratitude, first to the Christ, and then following the Masters with whom we particularly attune. First we will sound the Om, and then think with me on the salutation. Or if you know it, you may say it. Salutations to the Christ, the Master of all Masters. Salutations to the Master Moria. Salutations to the Master Kutumi. Salutations to the Master Jwal Kul. Salutations to the Master with whom you feel most closely affiliated. Salutations to the spiritual hierarchy of our planet. Now, imaginatively and together as a group, we raise our thought and imagination to Shambhala, the center where the will of God is known. And with deepest reverence and in all humility, we attempt, identified as the group soul, to attune with the presence, for us greatly attenuated, but the presence of Sanat Kumara, standing at the center of Shambhala and the center of the one fundamental school of occultism which inspires our efforts. We realize, to the extent we can, the immense power and will of Shambhala, and sounding a long, silent Om, we imagine the group and all the group of servers imbued with this energy. Into Shambhala, especially at the time of the full moons, come the various energies of constellations and planets according to the law of assembly, to be distributed to all sentient beings on earth in the correct and proportional manner. we imagine the group as if it is one point of brilliant light, with all group members gathered within, standing, placed upon the golden path. The golden path extends into the distance, and there, at the terminus, is that disk of indigo representing the method of approach to the deeper mysteries. We stand on the golden path. And we notice now we are moving closer. The path is shortening. The path of gold is shortening. Less and less. And we are drawn as a point of light into the center of the indigo disk. Where we find, in this case, the imagined presence of the Master DK. And as a group, within the indigo disk, we attune with this presence. We will imagine that this presence, this consciousness will assist in our penetration of the meaning and the nature of the higher energies which are gathering as we approach the full moon. Some 17, 18 hours from now. We conduct the remainder of the meditation as if centered as a group within the indigo disk. We begin by aligning with the spiritual qualities emanating from the three planetary rulers of Virgo and the two veiled rulers. As if these energies can reach us, as if we can attune with them, as if they are realities and you can visualize the various glyphs of the planets in space to help you attune. Mercury in yellow, the exoteric ruler conveying acute, discriminative intelligence in the field of matter form. The moon, a symbolic ruler in a way, esoterically representing the threefold form and its potential for purification, the better to embody the Christ principle, the mother of the form. It veils Vulcan and Neptune, conveying the endurance of Vulcan in the process of birthing the Christ consciousness, Neptune. And finally, Jupiter. Jupiter, the hierarchical ruler, the consummated expansion of the Christ principle, the monadic realization of the Christ principle. And so we will approach these planets one by one on our way to the more intense approach to Virgo itself. And so together we ponder, perhaps seeing the glyph before our eyes in the color yellow. We ponder the power of Mercury, the sun of mind, in relation to Virgo, conveying the acute ability to focus the mind analytically, lucidly, and reasonably, so that the birthing of the Christ principle in the heart may be prepared with full intelligence. We focus together and attune with Mercury. In silence, we open our consciousness imaginatively to impressions borne upon the Mercurian stream of energy. And this impression comes, of course, via the devas who are associated with this stream, responsive to this stream. A stream of illumination, intelligence. And as we look towards our group, the Federation, and more widely into the world, we realize the areas where this Mercurian energy and its qualities are needed. And so together, imbued with this Mercurian energy, we imaginatively transmit those qualities to our group, to our groups, and into humanity. we seal this transmission with an Om, which we sound together. We now ponder on the power of the moon, which is really in this case the power of the veiled planets Vulcan and Neptune, to convey the ability to restore the threefold lunar form to its divinely intended purity. All of this achieved through the sustained will to endure of Vulcan, holding the lunar form in its grip and persistent control until the Christ child, who is Neptune Vishnu, is born in the cave of the heart. And we seek to understand this individually and in terms of humanity. The moon, Vulcan, and Neptune. The soul in form, the spirit in form, Vulcan and Neptune preparing the lunar form. And in silence we open our consciousness as a group imaginatively to impressions born upon this stream of energy, apparently from the moon, but really emanating, in this case, from Vulcan and Neptune. We open to impression. We can visualize the glyphs, the downward pointing arrow for Vulcan and the trident for Neptune. Becoming imbued with the power to endure and the sensitivity to feel the Christ presence in all forms. And we share this energy with our groups, with the new group of world servers, with humanity. We share this. And we breathe it forth as we share it on the sound of the Om. Om. And finally, we ponder on the monadically expansive power of Jupiter in relation to Virgo, hierarchically considered. We visualize the Christ principle achieving full and consummated expression as it rises from the Buddhic plane to the monadic plane, whereon the spirit aspect of all human beings is found. And we sense the meaning of the spiritual victory of love divine in the field of matter form, the ideal. We recognize and realize that the Christ energy can and will eventually embrace the 6 worlds of monadic expression, including even the humblest expression of life in form. Because all beings are one in spirit. Kriya Shakti, the materializing ideal. Spirit and matter are brought together. They are one thing. And the perfect archetype works out in form. We open to the stream which may impress us of this Jupiterian Virgoan energy and the highest ideal that it conveys. And we send it forth together in sharing on the sound of the Om. We have approached the energy streams of 4 planets and the symbolic moon, and now in a great stretch of group consciousness, group imaginative consciousness, we raise our thought to the solar logos, the God of our solar system, the great heart of love, a heart center within a cosmic logos. In that respect, we are all units of love. And we attempt to feel the great second ray of the Solar Logos, the God of love wisdom, pouring through all planets, through Shambhala and every monad, and through the soul and the personalities and the forms of all on the planet Earth. Within our monad, within the causal body, within the heart, we can feel this. And now we go further. We focus our imagination on the constellation Virgo, radiating its peculiar quality of light. Virgo, the blended dual light. Two lights are seen, bright and strong. The light of form, one faint and dim, the light of God. This light is distinguished by a waxing of the one and the waning of the other, and it differs from the light in Gemini. And as we open to the feel of the energy quality of Virgo, we attempt to realize its profound connection, its profound relationship to the second ray of love and wisdom, and the sixth ray of devotion and idealism. and we immerse ourselves within the pondering of the mantram, I am the mother and the child. I God, I matter, am. I am the mother and the child. I God, I matter, am. And then we carry our thought to what DK says is the true mantram of Virgo, the keynote which embodies the truth as to the mission of Virgo most accurately. Christ in you, the hope of glory. Christ in you, the hope of glory. Christ in you, the hope of glory. I am the mother and the child, I God, I matter am, Christ in you, the hope of glory. And as the full moon approaches, and it will in another, let's say, 16 hours, something like that, let us intensify our pondering of these two mantras. Let us intensify our alignment with the planetary energies which convey, the solar energies which convey the energies of the constellation Virgo, carrying the great Christ energy, the second and the sixth ray, into our planet through the monad, soul, and personality of each one of us. Let us be imbued by these energies. Let us share these energies. We are in now a day of dedication, moving into a day of reception and safeguarding. Let the group be as a vessel for the reception of the energies of Virgo, which are real to us. Let us feel their reality. Let us see them working out. Let us feel the alignment from the highest source of this energy all the way through into our energy system right here on the etheric physical plane. Let us receive and hold and intensify and share over the next several days. We will distribute and share. And we visualize humanity now with all these energies available to it, what difference it could make were these energies rightly used. With the energy of the Christ force and the energy of spiritualized matter expressing the soul and the spirit, see the redemption of humanity through the application of these energies. Preparing the substance of this planet for the reappearance of the Christ and the pervasion of the Christ energy. We all participate in that. And now together, blessing the world, conducting these energies into the substance of humanity, feeling the group responsibility to do this, we sound together the great invocation. We will pause between the verses. From the point of light within the mind of God, let light stream forth into the minds of men. Let light descend on earth. From the point of love within the heart of God, let love stream forth into the hearts of men. May Christ return to earth. From the center where the will of God is known, let purpose guide the little wills of men, the purpose which the masters know and serve. From the center which we call the race of men, let the plan of love and light work out, and may it seal the door where evil dwells. Let light and love and power restore the plan on earth. Thank you, everyone, and I very much appreciate you joining us. A few people have come together additionally to those we mentioned. Looks like Andrew is with us in Australia, and well, Terry is with us in England. Hope I'm not missing anybody. Well, 33 of us all together, maybe 34. And probably Lawson and Julia are with Orest, and Tuya's here with me, so we're approaching 40 people. With appreciation to all of you for your participation. Well, it's the middle of the night here, but whatever time it is for you. And we'll piece all this together somehow so you can pull it down. I have audio recordings and a partial video recording, and it should be ready by our tomorrow. So, good night, everyone. Good day, good wherever, and we will try to make this a monthly feature, plus the classes that we hope to begin teaching, study groups, and various things from the various groups and courses. Okay, bye-bye, bye-bye. Disk space. Okay. We had a problem. The hypercam, I told Anand, I said, it's taking too much. Okay, dear, I'll be upstairs shortly. Thank you for being here. I wish you had been right here. You wouldn't be seen. Okay, I'm going to call Kay and just get a quick rundown on it. Heart. What is not going to work? Okay, well, tomorrow we do it. Okay, I'll see you, talk to you soon. Hey, Kay. Okay, well, I'll tell you what, we had a hypercam snap in the middle. Um, probably, in other words, Anand and I had terrible problems today getting the color to work. So we put on a very large type of uh, what can I call it? It ate up a lot of gigabytes. Okay, and Anand says it'll only be 1 gigabyte per minute, and it ended up being immense. So somewhere in the middle of it all, somewhere in the middle of it all, the oh heavens, I'm still I'm still recording. Oh, I got to get rid of that.